The opposite team is on the counter-attack. Thiago Silva is running backward. He has the responsibility of marking the attacker. Shoulder check 1 to make sure the attacker is within his reach. Second shoulder check for confirming the position. He recognized the pass is weak. Intercepted it. It again turned to a situation where the ball needs immediate clearance. Thiago Silva dealt with the problem with calmness. He is showing his class at the Chelsea defense. Hello everyone. Chelsea beat Rennes 3-0 in the Uefa Champions League Group stage. 5 clean sheets in a row for the first time in 10 years for Chelsea. Thiago Silva showed his masterclass. Come on, let's analyze. Chelsea once again started the match with the 4-3-3 formation. Kai Havertz was unavailable for selection after testing positive for COVID-19. Hence, Jorginho got a chance in the starting 11. He plays at the pivot role where Kante played last time. Kante moved to the right side of the mid with more attacking responsibility. This is the overview of the match. Timo Werner scored twice from the penalty spot. Dalbert got sent off after a controversial handball decision. Tammy Abraham scored on the 51st minute from a Reece James cross. Both teams largely concentrated their attack through the wings. Chelsea played a high-pressing game at the beginning of the match. All the Rennes defenders were closely marked by the Chelsea attackers. Most of the time, Rennes defenders were forced to clear the ball. The high pressing was efficient because Chelsea players were higher up the pitch, reducing the space for Rennes players. In this situation, Silva came up to mark the Rennes attacker. Since Kante was rushing towards the Rennes midfielder, he had to pass the ball in one touch, and Silva was quick to recover the ball. Many times, the high line helped winning the second ball. Silva was very active on the high line. In this case, Silva was engaged with the striker, and Jorginho easily picked up the second ball. This was another incident where Silva came up high on the pitch to recover the ball. While playing the high-pressing game, there are always chances of counter-attacks. As mentioned earlier, this is one of the examples where Thiago Silva showed his class. Rennes were on the counter, and Silva was marking the last man. It is crucial to understand the position of the attacker. So, Silva did a shoulder check twice to make sure he is within his range. When a loose ball played, Silva was ready to make the interception. But it came back to a position where a serious attack could have happened. Silva must clear the ball immediately from the danger zone. Because of his experience, he simply passed it to CH. He is teaching the youngsters how to defend under pressure situations. The non-look assist is the characteristics of Jorginho. He unexpectedly delivers the ball behind the defenders. The striker has to be ready for this. The last season, Jorginho assisted Tammy against Watford. This season, he did the same with Werner. He tried that in this match also, but Tammy was not ready. He was in an offside position. Jorginho gives the advantage of passing compared to Kante while playing at the pivot role. But defensively, he is weak. This is one of the situations from the Rennes match. This should not have happened with Kante. So it is a puzzle for Lampard to solve whether to choose Kante or Jorginho in the pivot role. Let us discuss the controversial handball decision which led to a penalty and a red card. Tammy was taking a shot. Dalbert's hand was away from the body. The ball deflects from his leg and hit on his hand. Dalbert's was already on an yellow card. The referee gave a penalty and a second yellow. It is always unfortunate to see a penalty like this because the defenders hadn't had an intention to block the ball using his hand. Finally, let us rate the players in the starting 11. Hakim Ziyech had a decent game. He looked tired because of continuous playing. Mount also had a decent day, but it was not as good as his previous one against Burnley. Jorginho, Chilwell and Zoma were okay. Kante, Tammy and Mendy had a good performance. Werner, James and Thiago Silva were at their best. What do you think about the performance? Please leave your comments.